These legends, what did they call him?
Ghidorah, the one who's many.
Yo, what is up? It is your boy Kakazeus Media. And welcome back to something different. Like I told you, we're going to be doing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Model kits in the near future, Godzilla figures and collectibles. And today we're going to be looking at a Godzilla collectible. Probably based on the shirt that you're seeing me wear, one of my favorite kaijus in the entire Godzilla universe, King Ghidorah. Specifically the Godzilla King of the Monsters 2019 movie, King of the Monsters, Godzilla. And then we also got the Godzilla, the Godzilla Haya Stylist series to the left there by my Godzilla mug. As you can see, I like Godzilla. King of the Monsters is one of my favorite Godzilla movies of all time. I was really impressed with how much passion went into it compared to literally everything after it. And there's something about King of the Monsters along with the score that just hits different. There's the box right there in all its glory. It is huge, it is humongous, 16 and up. This is literally called the King Ghidorah 2.0 because apparently this is a sequel figure or a 2.0 version of a previous figure released a few years ago, closer to the movie's release. There's my Godzilla nod silver approval on what he thinks of the box. I just got this in a few days ago, been having my fun articulating it. There's a black light feature that I won't be able to fully show you guys, unfortunately, but I would definitely have to invest in one because it looks really cool with it. I highly recommend you look it up. It literally makes him look like he's shooting lightning throughout his body and out of his mouth. But we ordered this bad boy on Godzilla.com. It retails $110 before taxes and shipping. It was a pretty penny. And do not mind my Wendy's. I got the, what was it called, the Minions meal. It didn't look like a kid's meal to me. I just thought it was the theme of the meal because it didn't look like a kid's meal. It looked like a regular Wendy's meal, but it came with that, so whatever. But Hiyatoys is apparently a Chinese-based company that makes these Godzilla figures that can be articulated and sometimes only posed one style way, like the Godzilla. What's gonna separate this guy? For those curious, while we're looking at the box, we'll pull that up. The Hiyatoys Exquisite Basic King Ghidorah 2019 2.0 improves upon the original 1.0 release by including 3 gravity beam effects and translucent plastic neck and wing joints, which you'll see in some outside shots later on. And some collectors report slightly looser leg and belly joints, making it easier to articulate. The 2.0 figure includes specific upgrades and changes. The effect parts, unlike the 1.0 release, 2.0 comes out of the box with dynamic gravity beam accessories and support stands for flight mode. It also comes in a different paint job. The original one was a little more yellowish side with a more white belly. I might include a shot of it to the full body later on. And was I missing something else? Oh, better articulation in the neck as well. And the translucent wings and neck are cast in a slightly clear plastic, which improves light pipping and gives the veins a prominent look, especially under UV light. The assembly, that's what I meant to mention. Apparently in the 1.0 version you had to assemble the tail, and this one the tail comes pre-assembled, so I didn't have to do anything but just go through the trials of Olympus to get this damn thing out of this plastic. They did not want him going anywhere. They did not want him dancing in that box in any shape or form. Like, I really felt like I was going through the trials to see if I was worthy of this figure. The neck and articulation with the posing feels significantly smoother in this guy, allowing for better articulation. However, some reviewers know that this comes at the cost of stability and may require stance to stand upright. You kind of see what they mean depending on what pose you're doing. And then the paint and scope. The paint application is more saturated and features a stronger chalky finish that reacts beautifully to black lights. The jaws were also marginally thinned to look more movie accurate. And in fact, speaking on that, they actually took the direct CGI model of this guy and applied it to make this figure, hence this accuracy. This is probably my favorite collectible right now. My collectors, out of all the things I collected so far, this is number one. I never thought I would own anything like this, but after getting the Strike Freedom MGEX Gundam, which if you haven't seen a review for that, please check that out. That was the last thing we reviewed. That was another Zeus tier experience. I would say these are going to be rated in the same way, at least the ones that can be articulated. They're going to be rated on the same scale as my Gundam kits would normally be rated outside of build, because there's nothing to build. So detail, articulation, accessories that it comes with, and overall quality and durability, which I will probably say is very durable. I think the bottom left wing is a little loose. It took a little tumble off the outside, I don't even know what to call it, wall that I usually articulate my Gundams on. It took a spill on the other side of that. Oh, wrong effect. I tried to do this one. A finger slip, but yes. And then those wings can individually split apart like you're seeing, as we have to put them together and take off the plastic. I'll let you see those in the spread shot later on. But first, as you guys see how it articulates, the detail / quality, and overall my final thoughts on this guy. If you guys want to see more Hiyatoys or possibly SH Monster Arts, probably not based on the cost that I've been seeing them floating around at. Hiya seems to offer similar and sometimes, if not better quality, for half the cost or less. For example, I have another Godzilla figure coming in, got pre-ordered. That bad boy is $125 through SH Monster Arts versus the $51 I think I paid for it. And that's before taxes and shipping, and I think it'll still be under $60. So that's just another example. I don't think SH Monster Arts has this type of Ghidorah that I know of. But this guy stands at about 13 inches tall, with a wingspan of about 22 inches, 23 inches. Like I use in my hand, just to give you some scale. Let the camera here focus so you can see the detail. And apparently the eyes are also made of glass. And that's why they're so freaking detailed. Like, it's actually insane.
Never seen anything like it. Violates everything we know about the natural order.
Unless he's not part of the natural order, I was able to piece this together. It tells of a great dragon who fell from the stars. A hydra whose storm swallowed both men and gods alike.
You mean an alien?
Yes, he's not part of our natural order, and he's not meant to be here.
A false king.
An invasive species. That could explain how he's creating these massive storms and the effect he's having on the other Titans. It's almost like he's reshaping the planet to his own liking.
These legends, what did they call him?
Ghidorah, the one who's many.
Nice little edited montage for y'all there with some outside shots that we took showing off some of the translucent plastic, which you can still kind of see in the neck even in this shot while we have it in the crawl mode, which I would have to agree is very, very, very annoying. Holy crap. I thought, man, these guys don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. No. No. He's supposed to be able to articulate them more than that. That's me after I said I give up. And it still looked cool. And next we're going to move on to the articulation in the neck and the mouth. They put a lot of detail. As you can see, you can articulate the tongue and the jaw. And then you can see those detailed eyes. I think someone in a review said that those are glass eyes. And those do glow in the UV light as well. I know that each head, quote unquote, looks the same, but still want y'all to see some of them for comparison. The detail is ridiculous, man. Holy crap. I gotta get a Destroyer. And Space Godzilla. Articulatable or not. I don't know if Orga has any. Just to name a few. Obviously I want Shin Godzilla. Godzilla -0 Godzilla. But I don't want to just keep getting Goku after Goku after Goku after Goku. Like, I like Cooler. I like Vegeta. You know, I want some variety. That's kind of where I'm at with the Gundams. Like, I'm getting too many Gundams. The Sazabi is one of the reasons why I like it so much. It's because it's like a non-Gundam model kit that I got to build. That's kind of why I'm leaning towards the Yu-Gi-Oh kits too. Someone even pointed out Transformers. That's going to be the closest thing to UV light that I can do for this bad boy though, to show off the effects. That usually takes place in the wings, the wing veins, and then the eyes. And then if I had the gravity beams attached, they would also glow a nice little color, kind of like the Gundam beam sword effects. It's basically the same premise, but there's a pretty good shot of them there. Definitely going to get a black light, or not a black light, a UV light, so I can show that off. And then that's what the wings look like when they're spread out and articulated too, by the way. Spread out as I can get them. And then soon we'll move on to the size comparisons and my final thoughts. If you guys enjoying this review so far, you already know what to do. Thumbs up the video where curiosity gets the best of me. I collect all kinds of things. I collect kaijus, I collect Gundams. I'm hoping to add Yu-Gi-Oh model kits and Transformers to the list. Maybe. And then we want to give you some more outside shots. Dude, you have no idea how it was killing me waiting for this thing to arrive, but yeah. Oh, and by the way, this is sold out on Godzilla.com. It was the last one. That was a flex I'm proud to have. I went to, when I ordered it and it confirmed it shipped out, not even 24 hours later, I went to just look at the reviews, see there's only one review and that is already sold out. I'm like, holy crap, alright, so I'll be the second person to be posting my review on this guy for sure. Definitely like what I got. There's going to be some size comparisons to the Gundam kits and then some of the other collectibles that I have for scale. And of course I had to compare it to Ultra Instinct Goku, my biggest collectible yet. I think he has officially been dethroned as my largest collectible. Then next we got Kong. I don't have a figure of him yet to compare it to, otherwise I'd have him and Godzilla probably facing off against Ghidorah. But that's gonna do it for this guy, man. That's gonna be my collection so far for those interested. And that's how that's been going since I started this back in March. My final thoughts on this guy. Articulation, quality, the effects, the accessories, everything 10 out of 10, man. This is a flawless collectible item, man. This is most certainly, absolutely, an absolute Zeus quality figure. If you are interested in Godzilla and you like Ghidorah even a little bit, you need to add this to your collection. I don't care if cost is a factor. I don't care if you aren't working right now. I mean, you need to get the money. You need to get this kit. You understand? Look at him. I just got this shelf and he's already too big for the space that I made for him. I'm gonna have to lower that down another notch. That's gonna be all my collecting those so far. That's how it's been going. Next time around, when I get paid, I'm hoping to add Yu-Gi-Oh to the mix, and I'll be looking at some Transformers thanks to Raging Chocobo suggestion. I appreciate y'all for tuning into this, and if y'all want to see more, you already know what to do. Where curiosity gets the best of me. Peace.